During that last panel, I heard something come out, and Gunnar, you were just like, they're going to pick Pudge. Why do you like this Pudge? What's the Pudge pick about?
It's really good versus the Enigma. A lot of like percentage-based damage that Flesh Heap's good in PL.
Yeah.
I think the AoE damage, the control, it just kind of helps them out. They need a hero that runs in for them, and he kind of fits the whole budget.
And running in for the other side, though, we have the mid Tusk, something else, you know? You've kind of dabbled in a little bit. I've been talking a bit versus the Coddle, but what about in this game?
It's a little scary versus Puck, because one of the big things about mid Tusk is the snowball. And you can't snowball when you're coiled, which is a little scary for him, but the matchup is generally good. Tusk kind of dominates these matchups where he's able to trade using Shard on the creep wave. And Puck has, I think, like 0 armor level 1, so he'll be able to trade with the Puck very nicely. They probably made the choice because I think LGD's draft is all Deathball. They're going to stay as a group of 5 heroes.
Is it going to punish the hook? The first one of the game. All right, Ame's already been practicing. Faith Beyond. He's going to draw that first blood as we get out to a roaring start here. Ame, look at that. LGD off to the races, getting that first blood.
Yeah, it feels like this draft really fell off the rails. You know, you go for this early Tiny right away with how the opener sort of worked out, and then that's supposed to make it so the teams aren't willing to go for this Puck, but then they see this Phantom Lancer, and of course one of the most complained about matchups that I ever see in pubs is, you know, getting pucked when you're playing PL, and they just whine because you just coil them the whole game and they're really sad. And then they're not able to throw this Tiny mid, feeling like it's not going to have the right pacing for them right now. So I feel like Team Spirit have a lot of work to do in this early game.
The goal is Tusk, I think, is he's going to try to get Ags, and he's going to try to kick one hero out because they're going to have low damage to kill multiple heroes, but one hero they can probably kill. Chen's healing is more of a whole team. It's not one singular hero like Dazzle.
Oh my god.
The save.
He keeps catching him. Saving his buddy with one, killing with another, and Faith Beyond appreciating. Now Miposhka, you got to be careful. This guy hits pretty hard. But won't chase after Miposhka that much further. Picks up the bounty runes. And that indeed is going to be 2 apiece.
We are seeing a little lane swap.
Another one here, Miposhka facing off against Y. Does keep on refreshing that poison touch. Has the purge creep available. Thank you though. On the top lane, Mira able to find him for the punch and the kill, and Miposhka getting chased down that purge out of mana. So they can't quite catch up to the Dazzle, but this is setting up for basically just a 1v1 in this bottom lane.
Yeah, the 1v1 is going to favor LGD side a little, but Yatoro's keeping up pretty well. And in terms of also lane pressure, on mid lane, it's also very scary for Spirit because the Tusk has pressure but no kill threat on the Puck mid. He has 2 ways to get out of shards. He can dodge the snowball if he gets phase shift. And even the supports of Spirit are going to be the greatest at just locking down a Puck, but on top.
Nice body blocks.
Mira moving on in, one more punch, gets it. The long arm Tiny, with the help from the Eidolons, runs at Faith Beyond and finds the kill on the Viper. So
then going in first.
Yeah, it comes down to like your teammates in this match and who you can actually play off of, and it feels like Mira especially really going to be relying on him in the early game so that he has a purpose as this Tiny.
And already 4 minutes Vanguard done for Ame. Like we talked about, left very alone in this lane and has been doing a great job. 30-4 right now versus the 12-2 for Yatoro.
I mean, you can just farm it up as Pudge, right? You can push out the wave with your Raw, maybe get some hooks onto some of the bigger creeps if you want to.
Whoa! Unexpected. There was going to be a phase shift. Thought there was going to be something. Nothing to say, just died. It's just done.
These are really big kills for the Tusk. Tusk is back on top.
Chance for collapse. They're getting some good pressure onto him. Mira throws out the avalanche, and Eidolon's close to splitting. Tossed back under the tower, getting collapse killed here, maybe? Can he dodge out, juke through the trees? No. They get that kill, but the snowball and the chase down, Faith Beyond will die. So 2 for 1.
Okay, that is a level 7 Tusk though. Yeah, getting in there, a little bit of help. Meanwhile, Yatoro still bullied back in that bottom lane. Dire jungle there, gonna run into Yatoro.
Finds him. Goes in for some damage. They hurl the boulder onto the illusion as they move in and Coil is out. They focus on the wrong PL illusion though. Nice. That was a really well played juke by Yatoro, and now with Miposhka and Toronto Tokyo here, they might all be in trouble. Ame trying to find a target, stay onto it. Brought down somewhat low. They find a hook through the melee of all those creeps. So they lose the Dazzle, but get away on the PL.
Oh, meanwhile, the roll, though, to secure the haste rune for himself on Toronto Tokyo. Now Xingqiu in trouble. Has to throw a toss back, but there's help.
Yeah. Avatos, Walrus Punch. has a Haystern still bottled, so this is going to be a strong moment for Team Spirit if they want to rotate.
Constantly go on, nothing to say.
Yeah, I like how he just whittles him down all the time to put that threat onto him.
Ooh, and if there was no Chen there, might have thought about it.
Up top. Big toss back on the Faith Beyond.
The Eidolons, they're burning him down bit by bit. Turns around with the Viper strike, but Mira is dropping low. It is going to be enough to kill him off. So a 1-for-1 exchange, but this is the Tiny for the Vipers. We'll see where Ame wants to go to try and make use of that net worth he's built up. Snowball, on to nothing to say. Doesn't have a way out, has a coil though. Already used the punch, couple more punches, Orb in one, but it's not enough. They break the coil, and that's going to be a big jump in there with the grave, the turnaround. And now Ame still trying to hunt, but they have the chase, the pendants, a deep stolen away. Can they do this? Needs to find the target, needs to get over to the creeps. He finds it. Oh, back over onto Y instead. Thinking about a turn with the DD punch. No, just is going to give up his life. And instead, they toss Y underneath the tower, have a couple more poison touch punches, tries to bring him down, avalanche, and it's a finish. So they get something out of nothing on Team Spirit, and yet Ame is still chasing, ready to hunt, ready to hook. Finds that kill onto Tiny to boot, and, well, an avalanche stolen by Zinq could have set up from Aposhka, but they won't go for more.
You know Ame's hitting that one right there, and that is a scary sight too, to give up the avalanche like that when they're looking to get even more aggressive.
The question is going to be how strong is that timing when LGD do decide to fight, and can they wait out longer? I mean, the timing's pushed back a little bit more. The Viper just finished the Hand of Midas, the item of the tournament, Golden Glove.
And Fresh begins, gonna find why.
Bring him on in there, and a couple quick swipes is all it takes. And now Ame kind of left alone. They do a black hole nearby, as well as Yatoro in the area, thinking about dropping this, threatening the black hole, but ToronTokyo, he just dies. Now, can they go for any more? Yatoro very far in there. They think that this is the real PL, but it's not. He's instead chasing Zinq. They get a little bit baited there, but now he's so far deep, I don't know if this team can help him. And in fact, they throw out the avalanche. That breaks the TP. Yatoro, he's so far back. Again, they're baiting it with the other illusion, but they find the real PL, and they're gonna chase down and kill him. The bait that did not work, but maybe they get something here, maybe not. Maybe Ame just kills them all. He's still staying alive for a very long time. The Chen Heal Hand of God keeps him back. And that fight working out very well for LGD.
This punch is so strong.
There's just double sentries down. They don't quite see him yet, but they will on the other side. Nothing to say there. Coil onto two. Danger, danger. They toss him out to break the coil, but it gets him out alive. That's what they needed, and down bottom.
But look at this, and he was expecting that the TP had come.
This is not good, gets the Phantom Rush away. Ame still with the chase, still with the hook, needs to be careful, does a little juke, and that gets him out such simple minds. All right, dude, you just got a hood, hold on. Talk to me a little bit here.
It was a nice play for LGD to go top. They just finished the mech on the Chen, so that's probably their biggest.
For Zinq and 3 points in the Arcane Supremacy. But Mira runs up very boldly in the mid lane.
Double avalanche, not something you always see. Trying to find a toss back, I can't get there. Grave, TP out, anything to break it? Yes, there is. Ame on point again, 3-0-3 on the carry Pudge, and the avalanche from the low ground. Tiny's pretty good when you just get
look at that.
skills and jumps through, brings down Aposhka.
He was going for that grave, trying to help cover ToronTokyo just in case, and sniped right away there from nothing to say.
Them in, and that's why you see them constantly smoke up. They're trying to find the
fast. No, he couldn't blink in time.
And only stolen toss, but this opens up Roche for him now.
You know, that's where you're going right away.
So into the pit they go, and LGD, at the very least, should be able to claim this. I don't imagine that Spirit want to come and contest, but they're all spreading out to push each of these lanes as far as they can go. First Aegis, we'll watch and see what LGD can get as they get it.
It's not too big of a deal. You know, if you want the game to go late.
Catching that vision and...
Still feeling 50-50 right now. Interesting. Oh, that's both of them. That's a good two to get. And Ame with the BKB right on top. Something tells me this 50-50 might be changing very quickly as they lose the PL and the Tiny.
You know, PL can be a pretty slippery hero, but not so much versus the Coil in a situation like that. He just had no options at all.
Before he's back up again.
Still have stolen avalanche. The toss back. Look at that. He knew the blink was coming in.
But the Walrus Punch to interrupt the hand of God. It's not enough. Maybe it's going to be enough for the turn here, though. They find Toronto Tokyo. Now they're in pretty far. The Shards catching them. They miss actually trying to pull Ame out of there with that Hurricane. It didn't work. And Collapse down on the low ground. Finds the Rubik. The Walrus Punch to kill the punch. Oh my goodness. Spirit did it again. The triple kill from Toronto Tokyo sets it up perfect.
Great play by Collapse.
But now Ame's picked up a Shivas. He's going for an overwhelming blink, and they just keep getting tankier on the side of LGD.
Smoke on smoke now. And they've been waiting a long time for the perfect fight. Is this it? It doesn't look that great to start. Mira in trouble. They hook. They connect for that kill. And the Shadow Blade at Toronto Tokyo can't find the right target. Has to just TP out. In the midst of all of this madness, Pudge is dropping down pretty low there, but a force staff keeping Yadro a little ways away, and they want to wait for that Aegis to expire, but still 18 seconds. TP's out, looks for more. Do they decide to go in on this? It's too scary. They can't go for it. So in the end, it is just Mira that goes down.
This is a nice disengage. I got really worried. They had a sentry down. They caught Toronto Tokyo with the Shadow Blade that he just picked up. And he would just be TP'd out, and then, you know, PL is able to juke. And this Enigma, you can see how much both teams respect each other. The Enigma is always holding back, and at the same time, Mage Slayer.
Ready to blink in again. Finds them all. Hello, everybody. I'm here. Come say hi to me. The leash, but the black ball turnaround. Is it going to be good enough? They all walk into it. How did he get it all off? They try and bring him down. Is it going to be enough damage, though? Ame down to about half HP, but Toronto Tokyo already dead. Maposhka caught, silence, killed. Mira dead also. And Collapse tries to back away. Yadro, the one that's left standing amongst these cores. They buy back on the rest.
He won't die.
Dismembers there. The Grave. Maposhka got the TP back in. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though. He needs to try and get away. It's too much damage. Punch stands tall. Ame, you're too scary.
It looks really good, but that's when his health is so high, the Midnight Pulse does percentage on your current health, so he just starts dying.
And that might just be it as they're running on into the base. No buybacks on any of these heroes for Team Spirit. Collapse. He's the only one left alive. LGD, they're going for the tier 4s. That's it. GG.
That was a fantastic Pudge pick at the end of the draft. The final fight, he did more damage than the entirety of Team Spirit put together, and they had no way to actually bring him down. So PSG.LGD, a bit risky in the sense of the speed at which they had to play this game, but they executed, and this is what that draft can do.